Hello again, I'm back with a reading for this full moon that we're having this evening for myself and I think for everybody else as well. Running a little bit late this week, study responsibilities, things happen. So let's see if my guides can give us 3 cards in regards to the energy leading up to the full moon. 3 cards for what's going on with the full moon, what it's going to bring up for addressing any challenges. Ooh, hello. As soon as I said challenges, that flew out. Okay, another 2, please. Whoa, hello. I feel that much to come out as well. I shall double check these. Okay. These 3 cards, 4 cards for pre-full moon. Thank you. Okay, I shall explain these in a moment. Just lay it out. So, can we please have 3 cards representing the energy of the actual full moon? So, 1 already, 2. Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't mean to be like that, but oh my gosh. Could there be a bit of destabilizing of unstable foundations, maybe? Something like that. Okay, Michael, are these 3 cards the energy of the full moon itself? Okay. And should the first 2 be in reverse? Okay, thank you. Alrighty. And may we please have the last 3 for heading out of the full moon? What are we looking at? And what are we supposed to have gotten out of it? I wasn't expecting these cards. I can just say that. Ouch. Well, the other 2, please. Anyway. Oh. What else do we have, please? 1 more for post-full moon energy. Oh. What's the end result of this full moon? What are we getting out of it? Interesting. Check these as well. Okay. Okay, are these 3 cards, the way they're sitting, correct for what we're getting after the full moon? Okay. Interesting. Alright, so 3 cards leading up to the full moon, the energies that we're building up towards it. They're all in the upright, so that's a good thing. The first one off the rank is Page of Swords. So Page of Swords is someone that is very enthusiastic about life and very excited about new adventures, but at the same time is plagued with self-doubt. Someone that would like to achieve a lot, somebody that's very go-getter, gets excited and enthusiastic and starts planning how they're going to approach things. How could things turn out if they were to do things a certain way? But the mind is their worst enemy. Also, the second card for the energy of the full moon leading up to it, the Empress. The Empress is a very fertile person. She's very maternal. Can represent like a very controlling maternal figure in your life, whether that be like a mother, an auntie, something like that. It could even be a sibling, just a female person who's very, very fertile, very abundant, good with their money. Could even be a great business person. But she likes to have things done a certain way. She likes it her way. Okay. Just to put it simply. And a third card for the energies leading up to the full moon. Boredom. Complacency. Not realizing the good things and the blessings and the love that's being offered to you by the universe, by friends, family, whatever it may be. So that's an interesting little mixed bag for the energies leading up to the full moon. It's kind of like we've had to face our shadow side in the mirror, conquer our own demons, realize that we are capable of a lot more than we realize, and to get out of our heads and just take action, take a leap of faith, go for it. If you have a great idea, if you have something that really sets your heart and soul on fire and gets you very, very enthusiastic and excited, why not go for it? Win or lose. You'll have experience. You'll have learnt how not to do things or how to do things. You might actually discover skills that you didn't have. It's amazing how much people can actually improvise when things get a bit unstable or not ideal. Let's just say that. I'm trying to be very diplomatic here. Okay, so the energies of the full moon itself, we actually have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Three of Cups in reverse, and then the Tower. So I think there's a lot of upheaval in a sense with this full moon. We've got, Queen of Pentacles in the upright is usually someone's very mature, loving, great businesswoman, very good with her money, all around great partner material. But it's almost as if we've been turned on our heads, and this full moon is bringing in a lot of intense energy, like emotional energy. I know why I'm feeling like it's more like reminiscing about the past, mourning the loss of things that we may or may not have fought for in the first place. That's a different one. Moving on. Three of Cups in reverse. As we know, Three of Cups in the upright can sometimes represent a three-party situation. That's not the feeling I'm getting here. It's more that any achievements that you had hoped to have accomplished by now might be stagnating. There might be a bit of a stalemate kind of situation where you're unable to go into celebration mode because whatever it is that you're trying to achieve or attain, let's say, is not, it's sort of just, just out of your grasp. That followed up by the Tower moment. I love this card because this is about everything that no longer serves you being yanked out from under you by the universe so that you can make space for something better in your life, something that you deserve, something that will serve your greatest good more so than whatever it is that you have been allowing yourself to make do with. We're all going through some major, let's just say, inner personal reflection at the moment. It's like little epiphanies and aha moments where you're realizing how you may or may not have contributed to certain situations that have come up in your life. And it does make people kind of philosophical, but at the end of the day, if you go with the poor me, I'm a victim approach, you're still not working it out. Seriously, we have a lot more choices in this life than we realize. And what you choose to tolerate, the kind of company you chose to keep, the kind of treatment you tolerate from other people, if it's not in line with the treatment that you give others, which most people should, we should all be treating people the way we want to be treated rather than how they treat us, because it is the more authentic and more keeping with your own personal integrity kind of way of doing things. But the way things have been in the recent, historically over the years and things like that, people got quite superficial and quite tit for tat kind of, oh, you did this to me, I'm going to do that to you. Like, you know what? You did that to me. Congratulations. I hope you're proud of yourself. Sayonara. That is what should be, okay? If we were solid in our self-love and our self-respect and we knew our worth and we were treating ourselves the way that we deserve to be treated, then, yeah, we would have bailed on a lot of situations a long time ago. But unfortunately, the ego has a way of sort of being like, oh, but if you burn these bridges, you'll never have any other bridges again because, you're such a loner and so boring and so unappealing in every way. We need to get out of our heads, which I do feel like we've done in a sense at this full moon. I know the Tower card does worry people sometimes. Like, oh no, what's going to hit the fan? What's going to fall apart? It could be something tiny. It could be something big. Okay? Not that I'm trying to be a doomsday kind of person. I do definitely try and look at the glass half full picture, not half empty, because at the end of the day, it's your perspective that changes absolutely everything. You can see everything as negative and you're going to create more negativity. You can see everything as positive and magnetize more positive things to yourself. And at the moment, leading up to this full moon and even today, the energies have been quite intense. A lot of emotional stuff coming up. Me personally, I get affected by the full moon quite a lot. So certain things coming up to be addressed, I guess, and sort of taken stock of. But yeah, I'm not sure how this fits for you guys, but I hope it does. Anyway, moving on from the full moon energy itself, heading away from the full moon, what could we have accomplished or could we have gained from this experience? Unfortunate card. So maybe because there's been so many emotions being brought up, maybe we're not communicating properly. With the Four of Cups, it's kind of a person that's very closed off, sitting there with his arms closed, looking down, not even seeing the cup in front of him. And that cup's got so much love in it, and it's being handed to him by the universe, but he's not seeing it. If we're doing that and we're drowning in self-doubt, and then we have a tower moment, of course we're going to feel a bit like the Ten of Swords, It's like, he's been stabbed so bad, he's been left for dead by the seashore. It's very sad. But it's also, tens are number of completion. So if you've been going through a bit of a weird time where you just can't seem to sort of catch a break or, be able to just have a semi-uneventful week or whatever you want, whatever period of time you're looking at. Things have been kind of chaotic with the energies lately, especially with the tiny but noticeable solar flare we've had. So please don't take little setbacks and feel like it's all over. A little setback is a little setback, literally. And it could just be a little diversion, because if you had gone ahead down that track at that time, you could have met with more dramatic misfortune, let's just say that, or disasters, whatever you want to call it. Like, a train going down a track, there's a boulder that falls on the track, stops it from going further, because maybe further down the line, the track's fallen away because there's been a landslide. So the boulder stopped you from coming to a very unpleasant end. Okay, but the cards that I do like, going out of the full moon energy, got the Hierophant in reverse. That is breaking from tradition. Releasing all of those rules and restrictions of, it's got to be like this, you have to follow this tradition, you have to stand on your head and, smack yourself on the nose 3 times to achieve this, blah, blah, blah. The rule books are getting thrown out the window. Okay, I like that card in the reverse. Beautiful card. Also represents Tauruses, but in this particular reading, I do not think it's that. It's very much breaking from tradition. Breaking free of whatever chains that bind you, whether they be mental, emotional, institutional, family requirements, whatever it is. It's kind of like this full moon's been kind of intense. It made you dig deep, go to the depths of your own soul, look at what there is to be dealt with, and sort of realize that, hang on a second, why am I living my life for other people? Why am I doing things according to everybody else's standards? Why can't I live to my own standards and have my own level of integrity and just do my thing? If you're happy with yourself, that should be all that matters. And the final card, a recognition. Recognition or gossip. Okay, 3 people standing around having a good chat. They could be discussing your wonderful attributes and achievements, but they can also be having a little, this. People like that you don't need in your life anyway, so they're better left by the wayside. Interesting full moon. I'm not sure how that fits for you guys. Not even sure how that fits for myself at this stage. However, I like to do full moon readings. They're always interesting. So let's see any guidance that the angels have for us for this particular full moon. And I'm not sure if you guys know, full moons, usually the energies of the full moon, anywhere between like 2 to 5 days before and after the full moon, the energies are quite intense still. So you might be going through some of this stuff and things are destabilizing and you're thinking, oh my God, what's going on? Is my life going to look the same after this is over? And chances are it won't, because, tower moments, They remove whatever is unstable from your life. So what doesn't serve you, what is not treating you with the love and respect and consideration that you deserve. Yeah. So the first angel card we have is ground yourself. Funny, ground yourself. I find myself randomly standing around in the tree pose. For those of you who don't know yoga, it's when you stand on one leg and you've got the sole of one foot on the side of your knee, sort of thing. So like, yeah. When you naturally start doing that, it's like your body's trying to tell you need to ground yourself. And I've done some amazing meditations today, which were just out of this world as far as the energies were concerned. So I definitely need to ground myself. But it's nice to float. Nice to float off with the angels and feel very, very, very loved and comforted. So we've got 3 cards. So as I said, ground yourself, which is there. You can see that. Beautiful card. It says, when you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We are helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. Very nice. And the second one that came out is blessing in disguise. I do believe that this would accompany the Tower card and the Ten of Swords. Whatever it is that's happening, that's being destabilized or looking like it's about to walk out of your life, let it go, because it's happening for your best and highest good. So blessing in disguise says, what appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. That's the thing. You know how that saying, careful what you wish for? Sometimes when you're in an unpleasant situation or not so ideal situation, you might sort of have this perspective of the grass is greener on the other side. You know, being anybody but me would be fantastic. But it's like, you are you. You're not going to escape that. And wishing for something else is just going to make a scenario that maybe you're not so familiar with come into your life. And I've felt that way many times, where you're kind of like, oh yeah, I wish it was like this. And then that situation that you're wishing for comes about. And then you're like, oh gosh, no, this is so not for me. So just bear that in mind. And remember that full moon, always quite intense. Energies definitely affect me quite a bit. But yeah, just try and stay centered. You know, take deep breaths, diaphragmatic breathing. You know, just when you're sitting still, be very aware of your body. Like if you're holding tension in certain areas of your body, we tend to hold it in our shoulders. Most people do. You know, just try and actually consciously relax yourself, because just being in the moment and being entirely mindful in that moment is probably the most spiritually evolved way of handling life. Not getting overwhelmed with little setbacks, just sort of taking it in your stride and going with the flow. So the last card goes with law of attraction, is what do you desire? Oh, can you see that? It's a beautiful card. Okay, so it says, you now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you are ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. So for those of you who don't know about laws of attraction or manifestation, you want to achieve something, you have a goal, visualize it, write it down. Writing things down is like planting a seed for the universe to actually germinate it. I've been doing gratitude journal for about over a year now, at least 3 to 5 things every day that you are grateful for and why. What has it done for you that you are so grateful for it? And even the things that you'd like to manifest, you actually say, hey, I'm grateful for this, even though it hasn't come into your life yet. Putting it out into the universe that you're grateful for it because it is something that you want to have in your life and you will have it. It's like saying, come on, I'm already grateful for it. Deliver. And it works. It honestly does work. I can't think of a specific situation right now where I can give you an example, without making it too complex. But yeah, there was something that was in the pipelines for me that was taking way too long to resolve. And this week, I think 2 nights this week, I've written in my little gratitude journal that I'm grateful for it being resolved and finalized. And as of about 1 o'clock today, it was. So don't knock it till you've tried it, people. All right. Now, just to finish this off, I'm going to get some wisdom of the oracle. Wisdom of the oracle. What do you want to tell us for the full moon? Ooh, hello. Interesting. Yang. Interesting. Ooh, hello. Oh, that is beautiful. Sorry. The other two that fall out is yin. So you've got yin yang, you know. Masculine and feminine energies. So let me just double check whether these are protection messages or they're upright. Are these cards in the positions they should be in? So yang upright, yin in the reverse, and both. Thank you. Okay, so we have yang, masculine energy. Then we have yin, feminine energy, but it's in reverse, so that's a protection message. And then by the book, which is also in reverse, so that's another protection message. So let's go with the upright, shall we? That's very cool. I haven't had both these cards come out in a reading before. So if I can actually find the page. Okay, so yang is the masculine principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen, taking action. The oracle's message is yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Now is the perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. This card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny now. Very nice. Okay. Don't know why I'm being guided to read the prosperity message, which I don't usually do, but here goes. Projects, partnerships, and all matters relating to your business are out of the obstacle phase and onto the make it happen phase. Now is the time to stake your claim and get things done. While you can expect to be busier than usual, this card tells you that you have all the energy and vitality you need to accomplish your goals. Abundance is waiting for you to claim it. Where that very well ties in with what do you desire from the angel cards. Okay, so for yin, which is for this one again, but it was in reverse, so that's a protection message. The essential meaning is the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. I've been learning that lately. Okay, so the message is, do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist upon being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, and the one who receives the gift, gesture, or offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you. Without demand or expectation, just receive the bounty that is yours. Hey. In the spiritual world, I guess you could call it, here they always say abundance is our God-given birthright. And humanity's been programmed to think that you have to work hard to achieve anything. If we have been created by some sort of divine creative source, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, why would they put us in a situation where we're going to be miserable and suffer and have to, scrape by and struggle to make ends meet? It makes no sense. So think about it. A parent loves their child. Parent's not going to create a child and get, go away. Now you fend for yourself. You can't even crawl, but fend for yourself. Go on. It makes no sense whatsoever. The universe, whatever it is that made us, loves us and does whatever is in our highest good. But we also come down here with a plan to learn certain things, to go through certain hardships or obstacles so that we can actually learn about ourselves and how we react to the situation, how we contribute to situations that come up in our own life. When you can actually step back and look at it that way and look for the lesson or the blessing in every single experience, good, bad, or ugly, it completely changes your perspective in life. It completely changes your energy towards the things that happen in your life. And it is a real game changer. And trust me, I've been there and living proof. Definitely not the person that I was this time last year. I'm very happy about that. Anyway, getting on with it. The last card that we had is 11 by the book. But that was in reverse also, so that's the protection message. So the essential meaning is abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, universal laws. Ties in with the Hierophant in reverse, actually. The protection message says, now is the time for a real change in consciousness as you are incited to revolt. Challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress. It is not enough to rebel in small ways. This is a call to revolution. Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of whether it feels so far outside the box that the established order may reject it. Genius, invention, transformation are rarely comfortable and less likely to be accepted by the mainstream. It may be time for you to say no to the way of your group, take a stand and make real changes. It could be that the structure of your inner world is letting you to the need for a complete overhaul. This is a time for transformation, so let go of the fear of change. Your intuition will lead you through the darkness. There is no turning back now. Trust that the light will dawn. Epiphanies will surely lead to miracles. Wow. If you guys watch my readings, I say it often. I love how the oracle cards always confirm the messages from the actual tarot cards. And considering I request assistance in being able to channel the correct messages, it's a very reassuring little, yep, it's all good. So I really hope you enjoyed that. That was a very nice and short and sweet full moon reading, which is slightly late. I would have liked to do it a little bit earlier, but the energies are there to be read and they always come through. So I hope you enjoyed that. I shall be getting back on momentarily and doing my usual Celtic cross for the week and the 1 card a day spread. So I shall see you around. Take care.